Hey, what's up? Hello, I'm Nia in Progress and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a shop my stash slash oldies but goodies, old favorites that I used to love and wanted to play with since I haven't really taken them out of the collection for a while. I've seen other YouTubers do this as I think the tide is shifting a little bit with what kind of products are being used in 2020. A lot more YouTubers are being more conscious of what they're using as well. And as your average everyday Joe, Safine Joe, I want to also try to be better at using things in my collection that I haven't touched and kind of re-fall in love with product, if you will. If you like these kind of videos, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please make sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified for whenever I upload. And with that, we'll just go ahead and jump right in. Some of these products I haven't used in a very long time. Again, I don't condone using product that is expired. Try not to do that. I am doing that right now, but you know, it's for the sake of the YouTubes. So first product we're gonna start with, actually we'll start with primer today. For primer, we are gonna use a goodie. I love this guy and I haven't used it in a very long time. Also, my face is prepped already. It's got moisturizer on. I've got a little bit of under eye cream on because mama's under eyes are a little wrinkly, crinkly, crepey, you know? Today we're going to be using the Becca Backlight priming filter, and it's got a little bit of my nail polish on there, so don't judge me, but this is what it looks like. We're going to go ahead, and what I love about this product is it provides your skin with such a great luminescence. So let's see if we can get you zoomed in here. It makes you just look like you have really radiant skin. Do you see that sheen? That reflection of that really bright light. So we're gonna pop this on, and I think today we might actually go in with a second primer and what's it called? Double up. We'll see. Maybe not. Really get that in there. And then for brows, we are going to be using something that I used to use all the time back in, I think 2016. I'm thinking back on the year because me and my husband have kind of moved a lot over the years, and depending on where I lived, I remember what brow product I was really super in love with. And I was super in love with the Benefit Ka-Brow pomade. I think this is right when pomades were starting to kind of trail off and trend and kind of pivot back to like brow pencils. I've got a little small mini here. It's in shade number 4. And this was, I think, from the Desi Perkins collaboration. And this one, and I think, actually, yes, I know that the full size is in a similar component, same shape, where the brush is actually part of the lid and you can just turn it upside down, clip it in, take it out, and then you get the product in a little pot. So how I used to use pomades is I dip a little bit and then I would take it in the lid, probably not the most hygienic thing, and wipe off excess. So I haven't used this in a long time. So we'll see if it's still a goodie. I guess part of this video is figuring out if things are still Nia approved. So let's try this. Do you guys want to be zoomed in for this? I kind of want to try something out. Let's just have you back a little. The bold color, my friend. Get a spoolie. Oh. These are definitely, just from doing this first little bit, I always start with the bottom part of my brow. I think it's a good product, but I'm just not used to using pomades anymore. They're very pigmented. This one is not like super duper creamy, but it's a good balance of like creamy and a little bit more dry. They're just really, you gotta be really light-handed with these, I would say, especially if you're a beginner. I don't think I would recommend a pomade. That's just my personal opinion. Granted, I think it also depends on your brow and what you're kind of looking for. For me, obviously, I'm not blessed with super fluffy brows. I'm not a very hairy person, and my hairs are very, very thin, so I need to create shape. Also, my brows need to be plucked, so don't judge me. So for this, it's great to like fill in, but it also, the thing with pomades too is it creates a brow that's not super natural looking. I guess if you were like, you could make it look natural with like just like stroking, that sounded dirty, creating like hairline strokes, but it's harder to do because the brush isn't super thin, and it wouldn't work for my hair. Maybe if you have thicker hair it might work. Anyway, I digress. Just my personal opinion wanted to throw out there, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, again, they're bold. They're really bold brows, but you know what? We'll talk about it at the end. Next product I'm going to use is, I don't know if this was talked about really on YouTube very much. I think maybe a couple YouTubers I watch have mentioned this product, but this is a concealer that I have gone through a whole tube of, which doesn't happen very often. It's been this guy, well, Tarte Shape Tape 2, and then an Estee Lauder Double Wear, I believe, concealer. This one is the BareMinerals bareSkin Complete Coverage Serum Concealer. Just kidding, it's French at the bottom. In the shade Medium Golden. We are going to use this to prime my eyes and spot conceal some of these frenemies on my face. This is a concealer that is very hydrating. It is more of like a wet, thin concealer. Swatch it on the back of my hand. I don't know if you'll be able to tell how easy that was to swipe on. And today we are oldie but goodie, your classic beauty blender. This is one of the light pink ones that came in a set. So we are gonna go ahead and conceal and prime. And we are not going to cut the brow today, because I feel like they're already pretty freaking defined with that product that we used. Just gonna pat this in. That feels so nice and so lightweight. Oh my goodness, why haven't I played with this in a while? Let's hide all my flaws and imperfections here. A lot of discoloration on my face. So wonderful to age. So now that we have concealed, we'll go ahead and set the eyeballs. And today I'm super excited because every time I've used this palette in the past, I get compliments on my eye looks, and I don't know, I think it's an underrated eyeshadow palette. I know that when this came out, there was a lot of mixed reviews, and I think customer reviews are pretty good on this product, but anyway, it's the Naked 3 palette. It is their like pink mauve toned palette. Let me hold it up for you and show you the shades here. Cool, so we're gonna use this puppy to set my face, and it's not, I really like the brushes that the Naked palettes come with. So we're not gonna use that to set. We're just gonna use a clean fluffy brush, which I cleaned all my brushes this last weekend. Whoop, whoop. So we're gonna go ahead, we should set, yeah, we're gonna set with something light today. We're gonna set with this shade here called Strange. It is definitely like a creamier matte shade that is kind of pink toned because the whole palette is meant to be pink toned. So we'll just sweep that everywhere to set that concealer down, make sure it doesn't budge, create that blank canvas to lay down other product. And you guys, I think from what you can tell already, I don't do anything super complicated as far as looks go. A lot of my videos are filmed in the evening, where I'm just going to bed. And I just really like playing with makeup. I don't necessarily, I mean, I can get creative here and there, but okay. Next, we are gonna go into the shade Nooner. It's this mauve shade here. Right here. So we're gonna go into this shade using the same brush, tapping off excess, and we're gonna just sweep into the crease. One of the things that I need to remember when I'm doing my eye looks is that I have hooded eyes. If you don't know what hooded eyes means, is right up here, this part of my eye above the crease touches my lid. I think that's the best way to describe it. If not, go Google it. You guys all have Google. Do the Google. And with having hooded eyes, I actually need to bring up my shadow in the middle a little bit more since I don't have as much real estate as someone with really big lids. So we will make sure to do that today. Today's look is going to be very subtle and romantic. But I use this technique like pretty much every review tutorial that I've posted. I haven't done a formal tutorial yet. I think I will do that soon. Like real like step-by-step recipe style. Like cooking show style. Give you all the stuff that I'm using at the beginning so that you can like try to follow along. Maybe. I think so. I think that'd be fun. I don't think I've seen people do that. So yeah, maybe I will do that. I'm going to. I'm just making sure both sides are evenly saturated with color. We are going to go into a deeper shade, the shade Factory, and go lower into the crease with a different brush. So we are going to go into the shade Factory and bring it down just a little bit. I just want to dip a little teeny bit because it's not a full matte shade. I think this is, it's a little bit shimmery. We're going to do it. I'm just going to littlest bit just to create a little definition right in the crease. Seriously, these brows are like 2014 to circa 2014 to 2016, I feel like. Boxy, bold, pomade brows. Alright, now that I've added a little bit of definition, I wonder if you can even see that. We're gonna just blend that out a little bit. And then take a shade on my finger. I like using my finger on metallics. The shade Trick. Really pretty rose gold. Right here. And we will just sweep that on my lid. Oh, that's so pretty. I'm gonna go back into that shade Factory with the brush that we used for it and just go back into the crease and blend out that lid color a little bit and redefine since it got lost a little bit with that shade Trick. Take that brush we used with the shade Nooner. There's nothing on it though. We're just gonna sweep and blend just a little bit. Big on the blending. And for the sake of subtlety, we're gonna take a liner brush and like an angled liner brush, like we are. This is what it looks like. It is a Morphe R45, and we're gonna go into this shade here. I'm gonna flip the palette upside down because it's easier. Right here at the very end, it's called Blackheart, and we are gonna use this as a liner for the top. And since there is a lot of fallout, we're gonna just extra tap. I'm going to apply a little bit more of that primer since we lose a little bit of it. And then we are going to move on to complexion. Oh, I got a chunk there of that primer. A little bit to the under eye. Great. Okay. Is this all the time? And I'm gonna, since I've been sitting here for a while, my beauty blender's gotten a little dry, so I'm gonna spritz it with this Smashbox Photo Finish primer water, which I used to really love too. I should have used that on my face, but too late. So I'm gonna let that sit down for a second. And we're gonna pump out some foundation. And for foundation today, we are gonna use an old favorite of mine. Like, I'm talking like high school old. But I think it's still a goodie. We'll see. Let's put it up to the test. It is the Revlon Colorstay Normal to Dry Formula SPF 20 in the shade 320, which is true beige. It looks a little bit too neutral, a pretty warm tone. So let's see. Ooh. Whoa. So this formula is not super thick. I have not used this in forever. This is a fairly new bottle. I did repurchase it with this video in mind and with being curious on how it looks on me nowadays. We're gonna see how that sets down. And we're gonna do a little bit of under eye concealing since I will be doing some bottom shadow work. So let's just dot a couple here. I don't like to do the full highlighting thing. Not my jam. And because I have drier skin and crepey under eyes, it ends up just looking really bad. You know what? We're gonna sandwich that concealer. What typically works to get rid of like dark spots is brightening them, not actually making them darker. So I know we got rid of her a little bit, but let's just try spot concealing over the foundation since we're already here. Blending that in. We're not gonna set it because it's not like matte. It's definitely not matte, but it doesn't feel like it's gonna transfer a ton. I think we're just gonna keep it this way. This foundation's quite nice. Quite nice. We should set the under eye though. And this is one of, if not my ride or die setting. Yeah, it is setting powders, and it's the MAC Mineralize Skinfinish powder. And we're gonna go in with my beauty blender and just take a little bit and set. We are gonna go in with bronzer, and I didn't really use bronzer before. I kind of did, but I didn't. I don't know what I did in the past. But oldie but goodie. I'm not even gonna say it. Actually, let's say it all together. Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This we'll use for the sake of needing a bronzer. We will use an oldie but goodie brush, which is the e.l.f. All Over Complexion brush, I think is what it's called. And I've used this for foundation setting, for bronzer application, for blush application. This is a really universal brush, and we're gonna go ahead and focus on the high points of the face. Do a little bronzer moment, contour bronzing. Not a ton of definition. We're not like trying to look, but add a little bit of structure back to the face and warmth, because right now I am really flat looking. Go under the neck. For blush, we are going to use the CoverGirl TruBlend Blush in Deep. Here is what it looks like. It is like a baked blush, and it's more berry toned, which I don't feel like there's a lot of berry toned blushes out there. We are now going to do under the eyes, my lower lash line. And for colors, we're gonna take the brush that this came with, and we're gonna go back into the shade Nooner. This like off shade here. I'm holding it upside down because of the mirror. Right here. I'm gonna sweep that on the under eye. Next, we're gonna go we're gonna go into the shade Factory. This is a shimmer here. It looks very similar to the shade Nooner. It's a smidge darker and it's got shimmer. I'm gonna take the other end of that Urban Decay brush and we are just gonna go closer to the lash line. And this is to add dimension and a little bit of depth. Great. All right, next I think we're going to highlight, and we're going to highlight with the shade Dust for the inner corner, this pink shade right over here. And then we're going to take the shade next to it called Strange, that like creamy shade. And we're just going to dip with that. We're going to do this first with that original MAC 224, the blending brush, and take that close to the brow bone and blend out that crease shade that we built up, just to clean things up a little bit, and brighten under the brow bone as well. And then we will take Dust, which ironically enough is a little bit of a chunkier dusty shade, and highlight that inner corner. Then we're gonna pivot and use the highlighter that we're gonna use on my face called Global Glow from MAC. Here we go. It's a baked highlighter. This one, I mean, it is not, oh, dusty. It is not domed anymore because I have used this so much in the past, but I have not cracked into it in a very long time. So we're gonna do this in the inner corner. Yes, that is what I was looking for. And we're gonna take a face highlighting brush. This is a Jeffree Star X Morphe collab in JS4. We're gonna just dip in here, highlight the brow, or not brow bone, what am I talking about? Highlighting the cheeks. Oh, that is so, yeah, you see that. You see that reflection. So nice. And for setting spray, we're gonna use MAC Fix Plus. There's a lot of MAC right now. I have a couple full size MAC Fix Pluses hanging out somewhere, but my travel bag is closest to me, so we're just gonna spritz. Oh, that was aggressive. My goodness. It's also at the very end too. Oops. I think I'm forgetting lips. I am forgetting something. So for lips and oldie but goodie, it is another MAC product. Seriously, there was like 3 or 4 MAC products. I used to love MAC, and I used to work at Nordstrom, so I used to like purchase a lot of MAC. And this is the shade Plumful. It is a cream sheen, I think. It's rubbed up. Hello, fly. Where'd you come from? It is rubbed off at the bottom. You can't even see anything. But this is the shade Plumful. This is, I don't think this is the original tube I bought. I'm pretty sure I've gone through one of these on my own, and if this is the original tube, that's nasty. But let's take off some of this foundation on my face. This was the first shade I ever purchased from MAC. Next up, we need to curl my lashes and throw on some mascara. And I do have a product for mascara primer, but not mascara, because I've jumped around a lot with mascaras. I don't think I have yet found the one, quite frankly. I've found some good ones that I like, My problem is too is that my lashes are very, very thin and very, very short, like I said earlier. So I haven't necessarily found a mascara that I'm super in love with. However, when I do use a lash serum, I have noticed that the claims a mascara will market like super voluminizing, is that voluminous lashes or like lengthening, I'll be able to actually see those effects if my lashes are longer. We're gonna use this product, and backtracking a little bit, this is a product I did use a lot in high school and college before swiping on whatever mascara I have, just to like add more volume to my lashes and a little bit more length. I would end up with a little bit of the spider leg lashes, which is fine for me because I'm not used to having anything up here. I mean, you saw me at the beginning of the video. It doesn't even look like I have lashes. So we're gonna go in with this with at least a coat. So let's see how this performs. It's been a while. This is a newer tube. It's pretty wet formula-wise. Ooh. Let's zoom you in. Do you see the white? That is my lashes right now. So in here you can't even see them. So let's have you take a look-see with just 2 coats of this. Mind you, my lashes are longer right now because I am using a serum. Like, whoa. This is the second coat. Ooh. I'm gonna walk out like this. Just kidding. Cool. For actual mascara, since I don't have one that's like an oldie that I've used forever ago or really loved, we're gonna continue testing out the Ulta Beauty Bold Ambition Voluminizing and Conditioning Mascara. I used this in maybe a previous video. I don't know when this is going up. So if I haven't, take a look-see at the wand. It is one of those like synthetic wands. It's not a fluffy wand. It's got little bristles. So we will keep trying this out. I don't know how to use these kind of wands though. I think I'm using this correctly. Tell me guys, do you know? Alright guys, let's do a quick roundup of everything that I use. Let's see if I can get it all in order too. So, this video was really intended to be me shopping my stash and looking through and seeing products that I haven't used in a very long time. When I say a very long time, some of these are like years. So let's start with primer. Primer was the Hourglass. What is this officially called? I said this was by Hourglass at the beginning of this video. I'm so sorry. This is the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. Here we go. This is what it looks like. It's got a little bit of that champagne, golden-ish, more champagne, undertone to it. And I don't know if you could tell on camera, but definitely in person, it provided my skin a lot of life and radiance and a little bit of that glow that YouTubers like me now are saying, but it really does, I don't know how else to describe it, but like radiance and glow and just having a little bit of sheen, your skin looking very healthy, but oh, beautiful. So really dig that. I think I'm gonna leave that out, and I know that lately I've been testing the Video Lumilayer Primer Finish, which has a slight pink tint, which for my skin tone, I think I would honestly, here's that Lumi layer. It's got a little bit of that sheen too, but I think between the two, I like the Becca one more as it's champagne toned versus pink toned, and I am more warm toned in skin color and undertone. A lot of tone over here. And then as far as concealer goes, I did really enjoy the this BareMinerals bareSkin concealer. I will definitely be reaching for that more. It's lightweight, very hydrating feeling. It's not super heavy. I do also like right now the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, which I super enjoy. And then foundation, surprisingly, where is she? Where'd she go? Right in front of me. The Revlon Colorstay. This didn't have a pump in high school. I very distinctly remember twisting the cap off, and I probably, in high school I had this thing where I would get shades darker, like I would have the line, and it would be disgusting. This one's a little bit, I think, too neutral. I don't know, we'll have to check myself out another light. There's no natural light, it's the evening time, but this, I like this, and I didn't set it down. It doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing a ton of product on my face, because sometimes when you put foundation on, it just feels like, ooh, I know that I'm wearing makeup. This doesn't feel like I'm wearing much makeup on. It dried down pretty nicely. I didn't set it, so we'll have to see in the next couple hours, because I do plan on filming a couple more videos. And yeah, that I have not reached for that in a very long time. I dig it. Let's see. That eyeshadow, the Naked 3. Oh, this, I don't know why, guys. It's because it's pink, probably, but like these pink tones and the mauve tones, they do something to me. They really do, and I like the formula. I really enjoy the Naked Honey palette. I've been reaching for that as well. It's just up my alley. I don't wear a ton of pink clothes. Calculating. Do I? But, and I really enjoy mauve tones. I think mauve's another like neutral wearable color, but not like necessarily brown, blacks, cream tones that you can wear like to work and everything. Like I could totally rock this look at work, minus the pink lips. I think the pink lips are a little bit too much, but definitely, oh my gosh, I can't believe I haven't reached into this for a while. It's so good. I'm so glad I thought about doing this video. Blush, I think this blush, I thought I remembered it being more berry and like mauve. I mean, you can see that it does have that berry in there, but with the pink, if you swirl, or maybe I was just swirling more on the pink side, because yeah, see, this is, I think you can kind of tell this is more berry and this is like pinkier. Anyway, it turned out on my skin a little bit too pink. I do like this. I don't know if it's like my absolute favorite thing. I don't dislike it, but I definitely am like, I wish it was just deeper, but it is a good formula. So definitely dig that. It's the CoverGirl TruBlend blush in Deep. MAC Mineralize Golden, Medium Golden. Staple for me. I will forever be repurchasing. I think I do have a, is this my backup? I think this is my backup, but it's fine. I've been going through other products. Highlighter, definitely not going in order now. Highlighter, this Global Glow was so good by MAC. I really liked this. Let me just swatch. Oh, and it's so good. Swatch what that looks like. And I'm wondering if you could see how that reflects, and it's more of like a bronzy, I don't know, it almost looks rose gold. It's beautiful. I'm terrible at describing colors, but this guy, if you're medium to deep, I would pick up Global Glow if you're at MAC and you're into their formulas. This will last you a really long time too. Like, look at that, so good. Oh, brows. This pomade here, I used to love this pomade. I think I'm just so accustomed to a little bit of a lighter brow. Not one that's fluffy, but not one that's like super structured. One that's a little bit more natural in shape to my natural brow line. These are, like I said, circa 2013 to 2016 or something rather. Oldie. It is a goodie if you're into pomades. I think if you're into pomades, this is a really good pomade to work with. I just don't know if I'm into pomades anymore. So probably not going to use that anymore. And setting spray, I use the MAC Fix Plus. This is really good to wet brushes, really good to refresh your makeup. I don't know if it's the best for longevity. And finally, the MAC Plumful Lipstick. It is like a reliable formula as far as like lipsticks goes. The cream sheens, the mattes can be a little bit more drying. This color Plumful has a special place in my heart. Obviously today I kind of went crazy with the pink, so I don't know if I would necessarily do that again, but it is a good product. And finally, I thought that was finally, but this L'Oreal Voluminous Primer for my mascara primer, so good. I'm gonna continue reaching for that because, like I've said before, I don't have the most fluffy, voluminous lashes. I have very thin, short, dainty lashes. So that is it. If you like these kind of videos where I shop my stash and use items and products that are not recently purchased, the only thing that was recently purchased was a new bottle of this Revlon foundation that I used to use in high school. But if you do like these kind of videos where I'm just using what I already have to create a makeup look, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed, and bonus points for you if you ring the bell to get notified from whenever I upload. And with that, I will see you in my next video. Okay, thanks. Bye.